Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Hopefully you guys all watched the Hawks game last night. For those that are fans, we had the first half of weird and the second half of crazy. Nice, fun finish. Anyhow, let's get to work. We have a 2-movement day again. Friday was the, you guys did my video, right? The homework of hips with our 2-movement upper bodies. You had that warm-up circuit of squat, calves, and then you had all the hips and the pulling, pushing on your upper body. Today we'll have our 3 different 2-movement exercises, and those are all the lower body, upper body combinations. But I want to get a quick little warm-up loop done first. So let's get warm, and then we have our 2-movement days again. Here we go. 10 regular squats, hips, 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 glutes, 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 eyes, eyes, eyes. Your toes are able to wiggle. That doesn't mean your toes are up, and that doesn't necessarily mean you're on your heels either. You're pushing through the flat of your feet, but again, those toes are able to wiggle, so you're not on your toes. And you guys are so well trained to get those hips way back. And then I use that word mobility. Hips, knees, ankles are mobile on your 10 regular squats. You're then going to have your 10 standing scissors. You're going to stretch or lengthen all those things you just squatted with and those things that you sit on as you work all day long. 10 standing scissors. Breathe and focus. A little Monday morning. It's getting a little darker, a little wetter, nice and stormy week. Or weekend that was. 10 wide squats. Hips, 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 hips. Glutes, 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 glutes. Eyes, 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 and thighs, thighs, thighs. Let's get those joints lubricated, right? They get loosened up. That actually means there's fluid that goes and it gets all lubricated. So you can't really warm up a joint per se. You move them and fluid starts going in and out. 10 wide squats. Think about those muscles getting lengthened, contracted, blood flow increases. 10 standing runners, elbows to knees, not knees to nose. Mobility, rhythm, focus, breathing. There's no rush, shaking it off a little bit. 10 narrow squats. Hips, 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 hips. Glutes, glutes. Eyes, 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 and thighs, thighs, thighs. Remember when I say the word eyes, I want posture. You're tall. You do let the little movement happen at your hips. When I say thighs, it's referring to a leg exercise and a back exercise. After those 10 narrow squats, you got your Jack LaLannes. I do want you thinking stretching more than lengthening of the stiff-legged deadlift, but you gotta get up so you can consistently and effectively go back down. 10 Jack LaLannes. Breathe and focus on those Jack LaLannes. Nice, I like it, I like it, I like it. We're gonna do one more round of those same things. Do I want you to go faster? Not necessarily. Do I want you to stop and wait for me? No, not necessarily. Here we go. 10 regular squats. I want to warm you up more. I want you to increase your heart rate more. So I'll use the word fitness, right? 10 regular squats, 10 standing scissors. You're not going faster. Let's just get that body really warm. Let's get that temperature up. 10 regular squats, 10 standing scissors. You'll have your wide squats with your standing runners. Again, didn't say go faster, but let's move that body with a little more intensity. Regular squat, standing scissors, wide squat, standing runners, narrow squat, Jack LaLannes. Everything, those hips are moving a lot. You got your eyes up, you're looking out in front of you, good posture, good mobility. Yes, let's go, let's get more. 10 wide squats, 10 standing runners, 10 narrow squats, and 10 Jack LaLannes. 2 loops, heart rate up, heart rate rate up, temperature goes up. Maybe you might even wake up, right? Monday morning's dark, it's wet, stormy weekend, late night of sports, hips, hips, hips. 10 narrow squats and 10 Jack LaLannes. Of course, I'm under the impression that most people have watched the Seahawks game last night. They always like to make sure we watch all 60 minutes of the game, not just the first half. Narrow squat and Jack LaLannes. Again, temperature increases, heart rate goes up, blood flow, muscles get warm, joints get lubricated. You woke up, you got out of bed. Let's do this thing for a reason. Let's have a little fun this morning. I know you missed me on Friday. Thank you for doing your homework. You better have done your hips and your 2 movement upper bodies on Friday morning. Nice good week ahead of you. Alrighty, the rhythm of today. We're gonna have our 3 different 2 movement up body, lower body combinations. Round 1, we're gonna do a right oblique. Round 2, we're gonna do a left oblique. Round 3, we're gonna do exertion. Round 4, we're gonna do an ab. And then round 5, we'll have a transition round. So we have 3 circuits coming up. And we're gonna put a lot of components in your circuits. So each circuit, round 1 is a right oblique. Round 2 is a left oblique. Round 3 is an exertion. Round 4 is an ab. And round 5 is a transition round. I didn't say we go fast. I just said we're gonna get it done. Circuit 1 is stiff-legged deadlift row, not straight-legged deadlift row. Hips, 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 booty, 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 eyes, 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 posture, breathe, get low, stay low, row, and then get tall. We have 5 sets of 20 total movements, or you can say 10 revolutions, okay? Here we go. Hips, hips, they move a lot. Posture, posture, breathe. Lengthen those hamstrings, glutes, row. You can count 10 revolutions if you want to. You can count each movement if you want to. It's 20 total movements or 10 revolutions. 5 rounds is 100 total movements or 50 revolutions. After round 1, we'll do a right oblique. Round 2, we'll do a left oblique. Round 3 is an exertion. Round 4 is an ab. Round 5, we transition to the next thing. Hips, booty, eyes, thighs, posture, breathe, get low, stay low, row. After your 20 total movements or 10 revolutions, I'm gonna lay on the ground. You don't have to lay on the ground if you don't want to. I am. 30 right obliques. If you're standing up, the weight is in your left hand. If you're laying down, your right side is up on double lateral leg lifts, or your right side is down on your hip dips, or you can lay on your back, knees to your left for your right side crunch. 30 right obliques. Breathe and focus. So again, are these magical rhythm changes? No. For the last several workouts, we've changed the rhythm a little bit. Tiny rep changes. 30 right obliques. You'll do them on the next circuit. You do them again on the next circuit. Whether you choose to lay on the ground or not. 30 right obliques. When you get done, take your time. Remember, if you did standing obliques, by nature you go a little quicker, so slow that motion down. If you get on and off the ground, period, it's gonna take a little bit longer. Double lateral leg lifts is a loaded exercise. Hip dips is the only pushing oblique exercise. Side crunch is a mobility, flexibility exercise. Round 2, the numbers don't change on the stiff-legged deadlift row. Maybe you go heavier, maybe you don't. Maybe you work on that displacement, hips, 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 and you work on that lengthening, and you work on getting low, staying low, and row. So when you have the 5 sets of 20, right, we're not doing a pyramid. We don't have those formal rep changes. Maybe you add more focus. Maybe you add more weight. Maybe you add more motion. Moral of the story is each round should get a little better and better and better. Always 20 total movements. Always 10 revolutions. Stiff-legged deadlift row. When you get done with the set 2, you'll be on your left obliques. Whatever you did on the right, do on the left. You can change them when you do them later on. 30 left obliques. Stand in obliques. The weight is in your right hand. Big motion. Double lateral leg lifts. You're laying down on your right. Your left side is up. And you're pulling your legs up. If you're doing hip dips, left side is down. And you're pushing your body up. If you're doing side crunches, you're laying on your back. Your knees are to your right for your left side crunch. We've only done a lot of these over the last several months. $30 on the obliques. You'll do them again later on. Round 3, we'll then do an exertion. Round 4, we'll do an ab. And round 5 is a transition round to the next circuit. So round 3, if you have the chance to increase weight, please do. Or maybe you change tools. You got dumbbells to kettlebells to barbells. Maybe you're holding a tire. Maybe you're holding your dog. Whatever it is, increase your motion, increase your focus, increase your weight each round. Hips, 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 hips. Lengthening those posterior muscles. Hamstrings, glutes, lower back, middle back. Breathe, get low, stay low, row. You got a nice good contraction when you get down there. Hips, hips, hips. Glutes, glutes, glutes. Eyes, eyes, eyes. And thighs, thighs, thighs. It's the back of your thighs. Get your hamstrings. After your 20 total movements or 10 revolutions, remember I want to be a little bit ahead of you so you know what to do. You're going to be on 50 exertions. Now, we've done a lot of exertions. I gave you guys a day off of exertions on Friday with the hips and stuff. So 50 exertions, jump squats, split jumps, burpees, bench taps, high knees, butt kicks, jumping jacks. Let's go, 50. If you're running or it's a little motion, do revolutions. If you're walking or you have bigger motion, do reps. 50 on your exertion. You'll do it later on. I always want to be a little bit ahead of you. You guys have a lot of work to do today. When you get done with your 50 exertion, you'll be on your 4th set of your stiff-legged deadlift row. You'll then be on the ground for your abs. And then on the 5th round, you'll do the last set of this and your first set of the next. Round 4, when you get there, increase weight, increase motion, increase focus. Wake that body up. You can have that nice, simple warm-up loop. Hopefully that got those blood flowing, veins and arteries pumping. Got those joints all lubricated. Maybe even woke up those brain cells. Maybe. Hips, glutes, eyes, thighs, core. Get low, stay low, row, breathe, and focus. After your 4th set, you're on the ground. You have a choice of sit-ups and or sit-up scissors. You won't do it later on. So I am going to make some small changes to make sure you don't fall back asleep. However, you can do sit-ups. Your upper body is moving onto your lower body, whether you're laying on the ground, laying on a ball, laying on a bench, whether your legs are straight or your knees are bent, or you could do sit-up scissors. Either way, these are bigger, slower abs. 50 total abs. So we have the 30 right, you have the 30 left, you have the 50 exertion. Now you're on your 50 abs, and you can mix it up between sit-ups and sit-up scissors. Reps. The mindset behind both. Your upper body is going to move on your lower body no matter what. Sit-ups and sit-up scissors. I want the upper body to move on your lower body. Sit-ups, your lower body isn't moving. And scissors, your lower body is alternating right side and left side. You get a little power, a little torque, a little leverage. Don't create too much momentum. Think about the C curve of the spine, right? As you sit up, your spine does move. Those are all a bunch of little joints. And then as you go back down, you slowly open them back up. That was something we worked on back in May, the C curve of the spine. The vertical, the up component of the exercise. A little less in, a little more up. And that doesn't mean you have to do the full sit-up. However, that vertical component of the exercise. 50 total abs between sit-ups and sit-up scissors. We'll then do the last set of our stiff-legged deadlift row, and we're going to go right into our squat press. We'll have a very, very similar circuit. We'll have a 20 times 5. We'll have a right oblique, left oblique exertion ab, the transition rounds. The third circuit, I will change the numbers a little bit. Again, no falling back asleep. Last set of your stiff-legged deadlift row, 20 total movements, 10 revolutions. And remember, I'm going to be a little bit ahead of you as we transition to the squat press. Educationally or rhythmically, whatever we're going to call it, stiff-legged deadlift row is a pull-pull. It's a lower body pulling exercise. It's an upper body pulling exercise. It's a lower, longer motion on the stiff-legged deadlift, and it's a nice, smooth motion on the row. When we get to our squat, it's a push-push exercise. Squat is more of a push. Shoulder press is definitely a push. By nature, it's a little bit quicker than the stiff-legged deadlift row. So don't go faster intentionally. After your 20 stiff-legged deadlift rows, or 10 revolutions, you're going to start doing your squat presses. Hips, 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 glutes, 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 eyes, 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 thighs, thighs, thighs. Make sure you do your squat, and then you separate it from your press. You're not creating momentum. You're not creating power. You have the two movements, the squat and the press. We have done this before. 20 total movements or 10 revolutions, just like you did your stiff-legged deadlift rows. Round 1, 30 right obliques. Round 2, 30 left obliques, whether you change them or not. Round 3 is the 50 exertion. Round 4 is a different 50 ab. Your third circuit, lunge curls. When you get to your lunge curls, they're going to be different numbers so I can make sure you don't fall back asleep. 20 total squat presses or 10 revolutions, and then you're on your right side oblique. I did double lateral leg lifts earlier. You could have done whatever you wanted to. I'm now on hip dips. I don't normally do hip dips. I'm not the biggest fan of them because I have other tools here at the gym. However, hip dips are pretty common, a lot of people do them for their obliques. It's the only pushing exercise. So right side down, pushing if you're doing hip dips, or right side up, pulling double lateral leg lifts. Laying on your back, side crunches, mobility and flexibility. Standing, weight in your left hand, pulling, that left hand loaded. You stretch, you get pulled, your job is to contract. 30 right obliques. Same rhythm, same numbers, different exercises. Squat press. We are not in a hurry. Monday morning. It's not the hardest workout, the most intense workout. However, I do want you to feel really good when you get done today. Of course, I always want you guys to feel really good, but I want you to feel even better after today's workout. 20 total squat presses. Your hips, there's a ton of motion at your hips. You've got your posture. Your glutes are turning on. It's a hamstring, quad, glute exercise in the squat. And then you get tall and you do that shoulder press. It's a push, push on the leg. Hips, booty, eyes, thighs, displacement, posture, breathing. Set 2, 20 squat press, left side oblique 30. Again, whatever you did on the right, please do it for the left. Double lateral leg lifts, more load. Your obliques have to pull your legs up. There's load. Standing obliques can be load. Please maintain motion. Hip dips, there's load by all means. You got a little more mobility, awkward position, but you're pushing your body up. Side crunches, again, mobility of hips and spine, flexibility of your muscles around your hips and spine, and you're pulling your body up. Side crunches, pulling. Round 3, 20 total squat presses, 10 revolutions, 50 on your exertion. Diversify, wake up your body, go get something this morning. Hips, booty, eyes, thighs, posture, breathe. Pushing leg exercise, pushing upper body exercise. Your toes are always able to wiggle. Remember, your toes are not up. I don't mind if you think about your heels, but a lot of people get too far back on their heels and then they bend over more at their back versus getting low at their hips and their glutes. So you push the flat of your feet. There is definitely weight displacement by all means. After your 20 squat press, you're under 50 exertion. Now, you can do what you want. High knees, butt kicks, jumping jacks. Higher, bigger taps is reps. Lower little taps, revolutions. If it's something quick and little, more revolutions. If it's something big, challenging, invasive, do your reps. Your jump squats, a little more impact. Split jumps, again, more impact. Both of those are plyometrics. Burpees, heart rate goes up on your 50 exertion, not your first time. This is round 3 combo on our 3 different circuits. Get after it. Wake up that body. Wake up that soul. when you get to round 4. Not saying you should be there. I always want to be a little bit ahead of you. You have your 4th set of your squat press. You're then going to be on your ab. I'll give you the ab choices. We eliminated the sit-up and sit-up scissors, so I'm sure you know what's coming next. 4th set of your squat press, not your last set of your squat press. We'll have that 5th set to our transition round. Two movement exercises. The movements don't affect each other. Friday, you have the squat calves on your warm-up workout circuit. You have the fly press in circuit 2, the pullover press in circuit 3. You get all those hips, a little bit of work. You get the abs core in the middle. Hopefully you felt really good. Round 4, you can do reverse crunches, both legs moving, or you can do your slow, big runners. If you do runners, make sure they are big and slow. Both of them, your lower body is moving a lot. Both of them, I want you to think about your hips are moving your legs. Your abs are pulling on your hips. Abs contract. Your abs don't attach to your legs. They attach to your hips. Your leg weight, kind of like the bicep curl, right? Your abs are pulling those legs up on reverse crunches, and your abs are pulling your legs up on your runners. Runners, of course, you do have some upper body motion as well. 50 reverse crunches and or runners. Cross that body. Breathe and focus. Abs, abs, abs. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Work, work, work. When you do get done with your 50 hip motion abs, runners big and slow, reverse crunches big and slow, you're on your last squat press, 20 total movements. You'll be on your first set of your lunge curls. Your lunge curls are going to be 40 total movements set 1. That is 20 each leg. Yuck. It's going to go down by 8. We'll do 32 total movements. I'll be here 24 total movements. I gotcha. Anyhow, little number change coming up. 20 squat press. Last set of your squat press. You'll be on your first set of lunge curls. I'll talk to you more about that here in a moment. 10 revolutions or 20 total movements on your squat press. We've done lunge curls a lot. I call it pro bono curls. You don't count the curl, you only count the lunge. It's kind of mean, and it'll start at a very high rep, and we'll work our way down quite a bit as you go down by 8 reps, and you'll see that here soon. After your squat press, you can do any lunge, but you're gonna curl. Stationary forward lunge would be a push leg, pull arm. Stationary reverse lunge would be a pull leg, pull arm. If you have room, walking forward lunge would be a pull leg, pull arm. Walking reverse lunge would be a push leg, pull arm. You can mix up your legs as you wish. 40 total lunges is 20 each leg, but unfortunately it is 40 curls. So we're actually gonna do a lot of arms. Most people have to sacrifice some weight on the lunge curls. But most people are also still in bed as you guys are working out this morning. 40 total lunges, 20 each leg. We're gonna go down by 8 total lunges. So I'm not gonna lie, it is a lot round one. When you do get done with your 40 total lunge curls, you'll be on your 30 right oblique for the last time. So this circuit is longer. Maybe the weight went down, maybe not, on your lunge curls. But keep your pace, keep your motion. I haven't used the word fitness since that warm-up routine. We have fitness components with diversity of exercise combos. You have the exertion circuit in this thing. Again, 40 lunge curls is 20 each leg, and you don't count your curl. Let it be a rhythm thing, not a number thing. When you get done, 30 right obliques. I did double lateral leg lifts, circuit 1. I did hip dips, circuit 2. I'm gonna do side crunches on this third circuit. I don't do them a lot either. I try to get out of the things that we do normally. When you go legs to your left, you've got mobility of hips and spine. You're keeping your shoulders down, stare at the ceiling, and you got your side crunch if that's what you choose to do. You can do your double lateral leg lifts. You can do hip dips. You can do standing obliques. 30 right obliques. Think motion. Think motion this circuit. Think work the circuit. We already did our stiff-legged deadlift rows. A great first circuit to start with. Yes, we warmed up, but it was also another way to get a little more warm with a stiff-legged row. And of course, you were definitely warmed up as you got your squat presses, but again, safe movements. And here we are, lunge curls would probably be definitely is the hardest of the movements. Plus, we cranked up the reps a little bit. Round 2 is 32 total lunges. That is 16 each leg. So round 1 and 2 aren't very fun. I'm sorry. I promise you it does get better. "40 lunge curls round 1. That was 40 biceps. 32 lunge curls. Oh, there's 72 biceps between the first 2 rounds. Oh my goodness gracious. So yeah, you might find yourself sacrificing the weight. Stationary forward lunge or stationary reverse lunge. If you have room, walking forward lunge and walking reverse lunge. "32 total lunges. 32 biceps, 16 each leg. Tedious, I know it's tough. Keep working, keep working. Monday morning. Nice, good week ahead of you. Middle October. Got to get those pumpkins all carved. Get your house all decorated. Not sure if there is trick-or-treating vibes this year, but definitely get the house all holidayed up. Round 2 is your left obliques. Again, whatever you do on the right, do on the left. If you're doing side crunches, knees to your right for your left side crunch. Like your hip workout the other day, there is a difference in mobility. One side is normally more mobile than the other. And you can almost chalk it up to flexibility as well, but they're technically not the same. So you might feel tighter on one side, you might feel looser on the other side, you might feel like one side contracts more, you feel it more. Hip dips, I mean, you do feel the difference, but not as much as a side crunch. Double lateral leg lifts, you notice a strength difference. Standing obliques does require significant load to feel the difference, but again, you might have mobility differences. Oh yes, round 3, 24 total movements is 12 each leg. Ooh. We're getting down there. That is 96 biceps between the 3 rounds. And no, we're not done yet. Sorry, Sunshine, you know, I'm still on my easy counting numbers. He's waiting for the prime workout number day. He's been waiting for a couple years. Any non-divisible number, right? And of course, you know me. It's all about matching and balance and easy math. 24 total movements is 12 each leg. It is 24 biceps after you've already done 40 and 32. When you get done though, you're going to be on your 50 exertions for the final time. Woo, you've worked hard. We had that warm-up loop. We did the slow loop round, and you did the fitness round just to get the body ready to go. You had your stiff-legged rows. It got you into the rhythm of the workout. Squat presses maintain that rhythm. Here we are on the lunge curls. We broke the rhythm a little bit. Maintain, increase intensity. After your 24 lunge curls, again, 50 exertions. High knees, butt kicks, jumping jacks, walking jacks, split jumps, jump squats, right? Bench taps or ball taps, bigger motions, reps, smaller, quicker motions, revolutions. Yes, go get some. Go get some. We'll have a similar rhythm here at the gym. Of course, I'll have different weights for people to use. They'll have the option of exertion or cardio, which you've kind of had that in some of our workouts. After your 50 exertion, I'm not saying you should be there, but if you are there, you're going to be on your 16 total lunge curls. That is 8 each leg. And oh my gosh, that is 112 biceps so far. 16 lunge curls. You'll be on your last 50 abs of the day. Then you'll have the 8 lunge curls. And then I might let you go start your day. However, today would be a good day to stretch if you had time to stretch. $16 total lunge curls, 8 each leg, 16 total biceps, 112 biceps done. Just a couple more to go. When you get to your ab core, I hope you knew it was coming. You've got your V-ups and or Russian twists. Now remember, Russian twists tend to be a little quicker, so if you do them slowly. 50 abs, then you have your 8 lunge curl, and then I recommend stretching if you have time and no energy, and I recommend cardio if you have time and energy and tools. V-ups, upper body and lower body are moving. Find that balance point. You've heard me say it a million times. If you don't feel good on a day, V-ups aren't very fun. They feel harder. If you're feeling great, you've had a great couple months, you're feeling mobile and strong, V-ups probably feel better than they used to feel. Posterior muscle flexibility, anterior muscle activation. They are a hard ab. You work, you focus, you breathe. Jenna Marie, you start moving that one. You start moving, it'll turn on. Breathe and focus, V-ups. Now, you can totally do Russian twists. I want something big. V-ups is your isometric core with weight displacement. You're in one position and you rotate. V-ups, big, hard, challenging. Push your body a little bit. 50. When you get done, you have your 8 lunge curls. If you have a little bit of time, stretch for a couple minutes. It's gonna feel good. If you have time and energy and tools, do a little bit of cardio, 3 to 5 minutes. Your body will recover faster. You tend to be less sore. Either way, if you stretch or do cardio. After a workout like today, you'll never be more efficient. Your body is turned on. It is ready to work. You don't have to go run a marathon after workout. 3 to 5 to 8 to 10 minutes of cardio. You sweat out the bad stuff. You replace it with the good stuff. You burn some fat. Your body will start repairing itself. Eight lunge curls. Breathe. Now, I'm going to sit down and start doing some stretches. If you want to join me, please do. Remember, I don't do this that often. If you have energy and tools and time, go do some cardio. Your body is ready. It's efficient. And of course, if you have to go and you want to go take a shower, make a smoothie, and start your day earlier, awesome. Yes, Friday and today weren't the hardest workouts in the world. We went through 7 consecutive workouts with exertion. One of them was a lot. Anyhow, if you have time for cardio, go do it. If you want to join me on the stretch, I'm sitting down on my right hamstring stretch. I'm elongating. When you Google or Bing the word stretching, scroll past the first couple of pages and get to the real stuff. Light, long, lengthening, not 10, 15 seconds of bobbing and bouncing. Great time to work on your breathing. I'm switching legs. Breathe in your nose. Breathe out your mouth. Your body can take up to 20% more oxygen if you do that. So if you kind of get a little woozy head spin, remember oxygen is a gas. Light, long, lengthening. Great day today, little obliques day, exertion. We had some abs, we had some tube movement stuff, legs, nut body. Right leg over left, and look over your right shoulder. That left arm pushes on that right leg a little bit. There's not a lot of it. You're looking way behind you. You're rotating. You got your stretching of your back and your hips, your glutes. And again, take a couple deep breaths. And then switch. Other leg. Left leg over right. Oh, I like it. Upper back, middle back, lower back, hips. Got my lats getting stretched, my traps, glutes. You lay on your back. You're going to pull your right leg up. Don't push it in your body. Pull it up on your body. Keep that left leg down. And if you saw the The guy that got hurt on the Minnesota Vikings yesterday, it wasn't a bad injury. It wasn't like Dak Prescott's. He pulled his groin, which is below and inside your hip flexors. So keep that down leg down as you pull your right leg up. You'll get your right leg hamstring, glute, lower back, and you get your left groin. Again, it's not your hip flexor, it's a little bit lower, a little more inside. If you do want to straighten that right leg a little bit, cool, it's a little more hamstrings. When you get done, you're going to slowly bring that leg across your body. Similar to that beauty queen stretch we did. The glute, hip, middle back, lower back, rotational stretch. Get light, long, lengthening. When you get done, you slowly unwind out of it. Don't contract all the things you just stretched. You'll pull that left leg up. Keep that right leg down. Again, your left leg hamstring, glute, lower back. Right leg hip flexor, groin. When you're done, you'll slowly bring that across your body. Light, long, rotational stretch. Upper back stays on the ground. Middle back, lower back, hip, glutes, stretch. Couple deep breaths. I know you're laying down, but drop your shoulders down. Get it out of your ears. Slowly come out of that stretch. One more, you're on your knee. You've got your anterior hip. The down leg is getting stretched. The width of your base does determine what you're stretching. Too narrow, it goes up into your quad origin. Too wide, you don't get your hip flexors. See, Brian, have a good day, buddy. Make sure you are tall as you stretch that anterior hip. Definitely more hip flexor. Light, long posture, hips are sliding forward. Easy stretch. When you get done, you'll switch. Last thing of the day, again, light and long. Pat yourself on the back. Have a good day, please. You had the hip day on Friday with 2 movements on our upper body. Today we have the 2 movements, lower body, upper body, obliques, exertion, abs. And again, have a wonderful Monday. Go get after today.